Welcome to Offsite Dirt, the podcast committed to news and insight in the offsite construction industry. Join our team of experts covering modern methods of construction, high-performance build, lean manufacturing, prefab, and beyond. Here's the dirt on Offsite Dirt. We would like to thank our partner, Wesco, for being our official Offsite Dirt sponsor.
We provide innovative supply chain solutions every hour, every day, all around the globe. Our people roll up their sleeves and help create a world you can depend on. Focusing on the details, the challenges, and the unexpected, so that you can live life uninterrupted. Wesco. Ingenuity delivered.
Hi, we're here on Offsite Dirt in Savannah, Georgia. I'm here with Jesse, and welcome again for our next conversation about Hyundai and the impact of what it's doing for our housing community. I know that with housing, there's so many things that we have to consider, everything from utilities, expansion. So how are you seeing all of these things kind of cultivate in the next couple of years for us here in Savannah?
Yeah, it's a great question, right? This is an incredible project. The scope of this is massive. So what we're really excited about is the job opportunities that this represents for our community. Obviously, when we're talking about 8,500 jobs, a large portion of those are going to be coming from our local community. And so this is economic empowerment through jobs and opportunity. What that also then allows is for housing development, for people to afford a better quality of life, a different type of house, an apartment, things for those individuals that are looking to enter the Savannah market. And we're thrilled to have them. But to do that, we need to make sure that there's sustainable housing and that there's smart growth and smart development. So you have the Hyundai plant moving on the western part of I-16. And what we're thrilled to see is that expansion of goods and services that will go to meet the demand. And that's inclusive of housing. We're looking at the utility infrastructure that we can put in a sustainable way that helps this region come together. We're also looking at opportunities to supplement the housing. And one of the things that I think we talk about often is this is a rising tide, which lifts all boats, but it's important to recognize, how do we build boats for people that don't have them?
I love that you're saying that, because we talk about affordable housing, which really isn't affordable, it's more obtainable.
Yeah.
I also like the idea of bringing in more multifamily opportunities. That's a big area that needs to grow.
For sure.
I love that you're also identifying that we need sustainable, more homes that are actually healthier for us to live in. When I came to Savannah, leaving Denver, Colorado, in Denver, there was a lot of infrastructure, a lot of new construction that was happening. Here in Savannah, we're kind of moving towards that direction, right? And I also like the idea of looking at the placement and maybe even changing some of the zoning, or looking at zoning to help us move into more housing. That's a pretty big deal, right? For
sure. And but a big part of that is making sure that the housing has proximity to the jobs, right?
Absolutely.
So it's not just Hyundai. That's the 900-pound gorilla in the room.
Right, it's the cornerstone, right?
But you've got Gulfstream with 13,000 individuals working in their facility here at their headquarters. You've got the Georgia Ports Authority, you've got JCB Heavy Equipment. So this is just some of the major OEM industrial employers that we have in the region, but there's jobs throughout, and there's going to be growth in every sector as a result of this type of development. So it's important to recognize that there's housing that needs to happen in a large scale on that western expansion, but also urban infill, adaptive reuse, coming in and making sure that you have sustainable housing kind of in the core of a historic city. And what does that look like, and how do you address and balance that historic nature of our city and that feel and that environment, but also with the modern infrastructure and housing demands?
There's a lot of exciting opportunities happening here in Savannah. Check it out, and make sure that next time when you're around Savannah, Georgia, look at what's happening here. Look at how we're moving, how we're growing. It's an exciting time to be alive, and it's an exciting time to be here in Savannah, Georgia. Come and visit us.
Please.
Thank you, Jesse, for being here.
You're welcome.
And that's the dirt on Offsite Dirt.